The mountains were burning. Flames licked the black sky above Tismana as the bells screamed from the tower. Smoke rolled into the valley, and monks ran through the courtyards clutching relics and manuscripts that bled ink from the heat. In the highest cell, a lone brother wrote by candlelight. The wax was nearly gone. He dipped his quill into the dark pool beside him, though the ink was too thick, too red. "Forgive us, O Lord, for we built your house upon another's grave." Outside, something shrieked, not human, not animal, but vast and hollow, like wind through bones. The door bent inward, wood groaning under unseen claws. He looked once more at his words, then lifted the candle. "Let it be known," he whispered, "that the founder was not deceived by the devil, but by the mountain itself." Then he upturned the flame, and the room bloomed with fire. A century earlier, the valley of Tismana had been a place of silence. High cliffs enclosed it, veined with silver streams that whispered of hidden depths. A hermit from Mount Athos, seeking solitude, dreamed of a dove descending into darkness. When he awoke, the air smelled of myrrh. Following the vision, he found a cave shaped like an open mouth. Inside, a spring of clear water shone beside a stone altar buried in moss. Upon the altar was carved a single word, unknown to him, glowing faintly like embers beneath ash. He took it for a relic of pagan times and vowed to sanctify the place. "Here shall I build a monastery," he said. "Here the Lord shall triumph over the old spirits of the mountain." But when he spoke, the wind sighed, as if something beneath the earth laughed. The monastery's construction began that spring. Men came from distant valleys to raise the walls. They quarried pale stone from the cliffs, and with each strike of the hammer, a dull echo answered from within the mountain, as though another hammer struck back. At first it was only strange sounds. Then came the accidents. A mason fell from the scaffolding after claiming he'd seen someone in the unfinished tower. A horse refused to cross the bridge, screaming until it broke its leg. One night, villagers saw blue light rising from the cave. By morning, the spring had turned black. The hermit prayed, ordering psalms from dusk till dawn. But even the prayers seemed to echo oddly, repeating words no one had spoken. "Father," a novice asked, "do you think the mountain hears us?" "It hears," he said softly, "but it does not listen." When the foundations were laid, the workers found a sealed passage beneath the sanctuary. The stone around it was ancient, carved with twisting faces and clawed shapes. The elder said, "All darkness must be exposed to light," and descended with torches. Below, they discovered a chamber and, at its center, a black sarcophagus encircled by 12 hooded statues. One monk touched the lid and screamed. His flesh blistered as if burned. They sealed the chamber and prayed to forget it. But that night, as the elder prayed, his candle went out. From the floor below came a whisper, "Not dead. Only waiting." Years passed. The monastery flourished, yet the forest pressed closer, the spring dried, and the bees died. Then, one winter night, a red star appeared above the mountain. The river darkened. From beneath the earth rose the echo of chanting, the same psalms, sung backward. The elder's successor gathered the monks and descended to the crypt. The statues had moved. The sarcophagus pulsed like a heart. Someone began to pray aloud. The torches flickered blue. A crack split the lid, and a voice breathed through the dark, "He promised me light. I have waited long enough." The chamber filled with wind and silence. When the torches flared again, half the monks were gone. Their robes had turned to ash. By dawn, the mountain trembled. Cracks split the walls. Smoke rose from the crypt. The monastery burned, not from wood or oil, but from the stones themselves, glowing pale and soundless. When morning came, the chapel stood untouched amid the ruins. Upon its altar, the founder's name had been erased, replaced by a word no one could read. Centuries later, archaeologists reopened the crypt. They found a basalt sarcophagus surrounded by 12 faceless statues. The air turned cold, every light failed. Their leader wrote one final note, "There is breathing inside. I cannot sleep." He was never seen again. Even now, when the stars turn red above the mountains, the bells of Tismana ring on their own. If you listen closely, the echo does not sound like metal, but like a voice, whispering beneath the stone.